This is CGTN, China Global Television Network.
The Tokyo 2020 Olympics and Paralympic Games became the latest high-profile sporting events to be postponed as the coronavirus pandemic continues to sweep across the world. In tonight's sports scene, we begin our special coverage of how this momentous decision will change the African sporting landscape. Hello and welcome to your weekly sports program that brings you all the sporting news and reviews from an African perspective. We will highlight the thrill of victory while also showing you the agony of defeat. I'm Richard Nta in Nairobi. This is Sports Scene. Let's get real, let's get live, let's get at it. Here's what's coming up in the show. Revival of the Ghana Football League stalls due to suspension of sporting activity. And Rwanda women's beach volleyball team moves a step closer to punching their Tokyo 2020 ticket. Once again, welcome to Sports Scene. The biggest news in the world of sport this week is the postponement of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games due to the summer of 2021 due to the coronavirus pandemic. Top Kenyan athletes have hailed the move as CGTN's Mohammed Abubakar now reports.
The International Olympic Committee and Tokyo 2020 organizers announced on Tuesday this week that the Olympic and Paralympic Games in Tokyo would be postponed for up to a year.
The government of Kenya ordered athletics training camps in the country's high-altitude areas to close in light of the coronavirus pandemic. The move has further complicated the fate of thousands of runners in the country who are still coming to terms with the cancellation of major races around the world. CGTN's Sadiq Shaban has more.
At this point last year, hundreds of athletes were competing in a national event in Kenya, seeking to represent the country in the World Cross Country Championship.
We are now pleased to welcome our correspondent Sadiq Shaban via Skype, who has keenly been covering the unfolding situation as the coronavirus pandemic continues taking its toll on athletics in Kenya. Well, Sadiq Shaban, as always, welcome to the sports scene. Well, postponed races, canceled training camps. Well, talk to us about the outlook of what thousands of runners in Kenya are facing during these bleak times. Sadiq.
Richard, one athlete told me this is like being jobless.
Well, Sadiq, speaking of being jobless, some of the top athletes we have interviewed are reluctant to discuss the financial impact of the lockdown. Talk to us and tell us just how hard is this cancellation of races going to hit the pockets of these runners and other businesses that they rely on involving the sport.
It's understandable, Richard. At this point, if nobody really wants to talk about the financial,
All right, Sadiq, finally, before I let you go, what are some of the things the Kenyan government and sports authorities in the country need to do to cushion the runners from the devastating effects of the coronavirus pandemic? That's our very own Sadiq Shaban, working from the comforts of his own home. Thank you once again for your insight and analysis. Moving on, we set sail in North Africa where some Tunisian sports persons are training alone during the COVID-19 pandemic shutdown. Rami Djerdi, the 34-year-old goalkeeper of Esperance de Tunis, is a CAF Champions League title holder who hopes the situation will improve in the next few weeks. CGTN's Adnan Shawashi brings us more.
All sports centers and fitness clubs across Tunisia are shut down over COVID-19.
And time now for a short break, but when we return. Revival of the Ghana Football League stalls due to suspension of sporting activity.
The greatest journeys, the greatest sights, the greatest.
Welcome back. Ghana has banned all sporting activities due to the coronavirus pandemic. It comes as the country was looking to revive its football league after a major setback following a corruption scandal that plagued the Ghana Football Association. CGTN's Nabil Ahmed Rofai brings us this report.
Ghana's Premier League has been hit hard as a result of the ban on sport activities.
To prevent the spread of the coronavirus in Senegal, the country's authorities have suspended all national football championships in following the lead of most countries in the world. This decision will impact the sporting calendar, and already plans are underway to mitigate against the effects when action resumes. Here's CGTN's Asta Tal with more details.
Stadiums in Senegal are closed until further notice, and players have been obliged to join their respective families.
Boyd Allen is a South African boxing history maker. In the space of 4 fights, he has captured a continental title and successfully defended it. But just a week before he was set to defend his title for the second time, the COVID-19 pandemic put a hold on his quest to secure a move overseas. CGTN's C.S. Duplessis caught up with Allen on the impact the pandemic has had on his career.
Boyd Allen is a boxer set for stardom. His rise to the top of the WBA Pan-African Super Welterweight pile is nothing short of remarkable.
The Rwanda women's beach volleyball team moved one step closer to punching their Tokyo 2020 ticket after winning the Sub-Zone 5 first round of qualifiers in Tanzania at the beginning of the year. Mohamed Abubakar visited the team in Kigali and prepared this report.
The Sub-Zone 5 Women's Africa Beach Volleyball's first round qualifiers for Tokyo 2020 was held in Tanzania back in January this year.
And that's it for this edition of Sports Scene. Remember, you can send us your feedback to the contacts on the screen and follow us on digital media platforms. For the team, I'm Richard Strolintas saying thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again same time next week. Thanks for watching.